Alright, imagine this. There's a world where everything is free. Food, housing, healthcare, education, all of it. No money. No bills. Sounds like a perfect utopia, right? But let's be honest. What would actually go wrong? If people were given everything for free, let's assume the best possible outcome. People don't become greedy. No one steals. No one tries to abuse the system. Everyone takes only what they really need. Money is gone, but people still work. Just not for survival. They work because they want to. Doctors treat patients because they care. Artists create because they love it. Scientists research because they're curious. There's less stress. No constant race. Life feels calmer. At this point, it feels like we've finally built the perfect system. Time passes, and a simple question appears. If everything is already guaranteed, why push yourself? Why study longer? If the outcome is the same, why take a harder job when you can take an easier one and live just as well? Slowly, work stops being something important. It becomes optional. You work if you want to. If not, nothing really changes. It doesn't look like a disaster. It's more like a quiet shift. Days start to feel the same. The difference between trying and not trying gets smaller. Everything still looks fine. But this is where the first crack in the utopia appears. And at first, nothing really breaks. The system keeps running. But not all work is enjoyable. Some jobs are simply necessary. Someone has to clean the sewers. Someone has to fix dangerous systems. Someone has to take responsibility when things go wrong. Before, people did this work because it was paid. Now everything is free. And another question quietly appears. Why would anyone choose this job? It doesn't give you more comfort. It doesn't give you a better life. It doesn't give you anything extra. So people don't rush to do it. They don't refuse loudly. They just step aside. Problems start to pile up, not because people are bad, but because responsibility became optional. For a while, the system survives on goodwill. But goodwill is fragile. And this is where the utopia starts to weaken. And for a while, the system still holds. Not because it's strong, but because a few people keep carrying it. But resources don't renew themselves. Infrastructure doesn't fix itself. Problems don't solve themselves. Eventually, something runs out. And this is the moment that reveals the flaw. When everything was free, no one learned how to give back. When effort had no value, sacrifice had no meaning. So when the system finally needs people to give more than they receive, no one is ready. Not because they're selfish, but because they were never required to be responsible. This is what goes wrong. When everything is free, not chaos, not rebellion, just a system that quietly stops working.